Hello guys, Kopi Monokopi to the leapers out there. My name's Jennifer and this is Chip. He's been my mug for the week. And this is my Valentine's Day shirt. I don't need a Valentine, I need a nap. That's true. It's been a little stressful here. But anyways, so I decided to do something a little bold today and do a Black History lesson because in America it's Black History Month, even though they took it off of the calendars. Yes, they actually did. They took it off of the calendars, Google and everything. So we're ignoring that today, and I'm being a little bold and doing a video about Charlie Parker. He's one of my favorite saxophonists. He's amazing, and we're going to watch a video of him and Dizzy Gillespie. I love both of them, actually. So I decided to do a little Black History Month lesson of my own because I know music history, and I wanted to read about it a little bit to you guys. And Charlie Parker is just this amazing saxophonist. I can't wait for you to hear his technique. I know this might not be a popular video because it's not, you know, Dimash or something, but that's fine. Like I said, I do these for fun, not for likes and views and stuff. But I've been having a lot of fun on this page, and you guys have been amazing, so thank you for that. And here we go. Charlie Parker.
And here he is, Mr. Leonard Fetty. Come on, Leonard, my boy. Yeah. Leonard Fetty. Well, this is quite an occasion, isn't it? Listen, what do I do about the, do I say, give me 5 or give me some skin, or is that stuff out of date?
Well, I changed it so fast, I'll have to look at the next issue of Downbeat to find out about it.
Anyway, you got the awards, and it's
right.
Really quite an event.
Well, it's quite an event in two senses, actually, because, you know, in the music business, we've been practicing brotherhood for quite a long time. Man's color and his religion don't make any difference. When you put an horn in his hands, the only thing that counts is the talent.
Well, I think that's the thing about the Downbeat All-American Band. It makes it All-American because it's of different creeds and different races.
I believe that's right.
Well, how about it? How are we going to get rid of these now that they're here?
Well, I've been used to doing this for quite a while. Maybe it'd be a nice change if I turn it over to you, let you do the honors.
I'd love to. I'd love
Okay,
to.
well, Charlie, Dizzy?
Well, here they are.
Hello,
This is Charlie Parker and the famous Dizzy Gillespie. Now, fellas, Leonard says I'm supposed to be the Toastmaster, the sort of the Georgie Jessel of jazz. So, Charlie, I want to award you now the Downbeat Award for the best alto sax man of 1951. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And Diz, this is to you from Downbeat for being one of the top trumpet men of all time. Congratulations, Diz. I mean, Dizzy, I got a little informal there. You boys got anything more to say?
Well, Earl, they say music speaks louder than words, so we'd rather voice our opinion that way, if you don't
I
mind.
think that'd be all right with everybody if you really want to do it.
Good.
Okay, now, while you fellows are getting us up there, I better tell the public that we're going to have some really torrid tempo with Charlie Parker, the alto sax, and Diz at the trumpet, and Dick Hymans at the piano. They're going to play, what is it?
I think it's...
Oh, that was cool so far. Okay, so we're cutting it in half because of the copyright still. But I like how they talked about color, race doesn't matter because, you know, it doesn't. The talent is the talent. Whether they're, you know, LGBTQ, black, whatever, you have talent, you use it, right? So they're getting the Downbeat Award for Best Alto Saxophone and Trumpet, and that's just incredible. I mean, and that was 1960s too, when, you know, like race was even more of an issue back then. But anyways, that was just amazing though. And I just love how excited they were. And they're like, we're just going to do this through music. We're going to thank you guys through music. And that's me. I'm like a music everything. So Charlie Parker is just really someone I look up to. I love Dizzy Gillespie as well. Now they both kind of do, they both do a style of jazz that you guys might not know called bebop. Okay. So you might hear some bebop in this. I was learning the bebop scales from Charlie like a while ago, and he's got these Omni books and everything else that saxophone players could learn from, where it's got his solos actually written out. Now, he used to practice like 8 hours plus more a day, and from what I remember from music history, he would get kicked out of apartments, which is kind of like Avery Dixon. Like, I think they got kicked out of apartments too because of you know, practicing too much or something. But anyway, Charlie would get kicked out of apartments and because it would just bother his neighbors, I guess, the practicing. And I just think that's so cool because he's so good. I mean, you know, 8 hours a day, that's a lot. Like, I probably practiced, you know, 2 to 3 hours or something. When I was in college, I practiced 8 hours a day, but who has time when you're working, you know? So he was doing this for a living, which is great. And he's just a phenomenal saxophone player. So you're going to hear some bebop in this. I'm super excited about it. So I'm excited for you guys to hear this. So I hope you listen and pay attention because it's amazing. So here we go.
Okay, fellas, let's go.
Okay, so that was awesome. Let's talk about the technique in this, okay? I mean, Charlie and Diz, as the other guy called him. I wonder if he went by Diz sometimes. I should look that up. He probably did. But anyway, Charlie and Dizzy, I mean, they're phenomenal together. Their harmonies together are fantastic. And it's actually quite a little bit hard to transpose saxophone to trumpet because they're B flat and saxophone is E flat. So saxophone's a fourth from a B flat. But if you play soprano saxophone, it's the same. So you should know that already if you're a saxophone player. So you should know how to transpose to fit the trumpet. But anyways, so their technique is incredible. Did you guys hear some of that bebop in there? So when you do jazz, you kind of play on the offbeat, right? So it's like ta 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 ta. I'll show you on my saxophone a little bit. But you're kind of you're emphasizing the offbeat. So that's what you do when you do bebop and jazz and stuff like that. So they nailed it. I mean, obviously the solo that Charlie had and Dizzy was amazing. I love how Dizzy's puffy cheeks, you know, you're not supposed to really puff your cheeks when you play, but Dizzy kind of did that when he did, and he's amazing. But anyways, they're both just so incredible. Their techniques are, I mean, and the percussionist was just like, yeah, I'm just keeping up, you know. The percussionist and keys were amazing too. So we're about to listen to the keyboard solo. Now I'm super excited about that too because keyboard bebop is pretty cool. So I'm excited to hear that. I cannot do that on keys. I can't do jazz on piano. I'm not a jazz pianist. It's a whole different ball game. So we're gonna listen to the rest of this. Then I'll get into some of the history about Charlie and Dizzy and their wonderful musicians. So I hope you guys watch this because it's part of American history too. So, you know, whether they try to erase it or not, but it's part of history. So here we go. Okay, that was simply amazing. So we're not only going to talk about the music, I'm going to read a little bit of history for you guys too. But the music was incredible. The pianist was just like, he was just like this. Like, I could play this, no problem. And I'm over here going, yeah. Anyway, they're all simply amazing. So, gotta love Dizzy, gotta love Charlie. I mean, their improv is so good. Can you imagine, like, just practicing 8 hours a day, right? I mean, learning improv like that, playing by ear, I mean, it's hard. It's really hard, and I still don't have it because, I mean, I improv all the time, but I can't improv like that. What saxophone player can, you know? But anyways, we all practice a lot, you know? I mean, like I said, I used to practice 8 hours a day in college because we had practice rooms. But, you know, when you start working, you kind of have to work too. So that's a thing. But they're both amazing musicians. The technique is awesome. And I know his techniques because he has Omni books about him. And, you know, he shows us how he does stuff. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, he was born in Kansas City, which is great. That's where my best friend's brother is from there. But he was born in Kansas. And he, let's see. He first went to a Catholic school and sang in the choir, and then his parents separated in 1930. So he began playing the saxophone at age 11, and age 14 he joined the Lincoln High School band, and then he studied under the bandmaster Lewis, Mr. Lewis. And his mother purchased him a new alto saxophone at the time, and his biggest influence was a trombone player named Robert Simpson, who taught him the basics of improv. So that's where he learned improv from, okay? And then 1936 to 1938, he did jam sessions and woodshedding and stuff. And he would play in in jazz clubs around. Let's see, I'm reading this off of Wiki, so I'm being honest. So then 1939 to 1944, that's when he developed bebop, okay? So he moved to New York City to start his musical career. I'm also remembering a lot of this from my music history class, too, because in college I had to take music history and I took jazz history. So Professor Rupert taught me some jazz history about Charlie Parker. So I'm kind of remembering some as I'm reading it. But anyways, he was struggling with poverty, so he was playing with all these jazz clubs and stuff. And then he achieved a breakthrough when he created bebop, okay? So like I said, bebop is just a style of jazz, and it's really kind of cool. I could show you guys, it's based off of the chromatic scale. But anyways, he uses the 12 semitones of the chromatic scale. And there's a few different bebop scales that I remember. But anyway, he was getting bored with the changes, he said, so he decided to create something. So I think that's pretty cool. So then in 1940 he moved to Kansas City. Let's see. And then 1945 to 53 he had a solo career where he was playing with Dizzy Gillespie and stuff, and that's when they played together. So anyway, and it's kind of sad because in 1954 and 1955 let's see, he yeah, so anyways, he lost a daughter. Sorry, I paused there because it was sad. He lost a daughter, and so he was just devastated from that. And then anyway, and then he passed away. But yeah, you know, he's a legend though. He's a legend. So read his full history. I just got a little choked up because he lost his daughter, which is incredibly sad. But anyways, so he's been through it. But anyway, he's just incredible, and his style of composition is just amazing. So check out Charlie Parker, Dizzy Gillespie, and look up the bebop stuff. It's really fun. It really is. I'm going to actually show you guys something on saxophone a little bit. All right, so I'm going to show you the difference between a major scale and a bebop scale. This is a major scale. Okay, so that's major. Here's bebop. And the difference in the tonguing it also to make it sound more jazzy is this. Here's major again. Okay, that's major. This is bebop. I'm going to emphasize the tonguing on the second, the offbeat. So. So I overemphasized it so you guys could hear the difference, and then when you play it fast. I was just improvising. That wasn't off of the bebop, but I was just doing some improv to show you. But anyways, but you could use the bebop as part of a style, so that is a style. So Charlie Parker and Dizzy were all about the bebop style that they created, so it's pretty cool. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. That's my Black History Month for today. I'm going to be doing some more of these until the month is over. I know the month is halfway over, so been a little busy. I've had concerts and stuff, so anyhow, so enjoy, and you know, whether they say Black History Month exists or not, it exists, and we're doing it on this channel. So I hope you all enjoy it. I plan on doing other history things as well. So you know what? I'm gonna keep it going. So as long as they allow me, I'm gonna keep it going. So there's a lot going on right now in this country, and I'm not gonna say too much, but you know, Black history is important. So I'm here to talk about the music part of it. So enjoy, guys. And, you know, if you don't like it, all you have to do is just not watch. Okay? So thanks. All right. Kopi Mana Kopi to the Leapers, and I'll see you soon.